we finally got here. Here it is. Avengers Infinity War, the 19th MCU movie for CinemaWins reaction. Man, I've been really excited to get to this one because I said it before, but this is either my first or second favorite MCU movie because I keep swapping that and Civil War. If you look on my letterbox list, this is my favorite, but then I think maybe it's Civil War, but who knows? Yeah, because Infinity War is just that dang good. At least I think it is, because, man, just how is it they have so many characters, and yet the plot is fairly simple, or I guess it is complicated, but also I'm able to follow it, weirdly enough. I don't know how they did it, because, yeah, it's crazy how many characters there are, and then you got Thanos, who's, yeah, one of the most complicated villains in the last, decade or so, because you have a understandable motivation, even though I, disagree with him, stuff like that. Let's not get into if his plan is right. Please, let's not talk about that. Just talk about Thanos as being a really good villain. And, yeah, I just remember this movie coming out. It really did feel like an event seeing it. And then that ending, I will never forget my reaction to that ending. Just my mouth gaping open. It was a time to be alive, man. So I'm excited to do this. And Lee made a 2-part video, but we're watching his compilation where he combined the two into one. So that's gonna be exciting. So let's get this over with. Man, he had to choose that title card. Man.
Kenneth, this voiceover officially makes up for all the Dutch tilts and Thor.
Yeah, that is Kenneth Branagh. That is crazy.
All right, stop! Saving your bro.
We have a Hulk.
And with that, Loki became an honorary Avenger for a few minutes. That's all you have to do, right? Pay forward an Iron Man quote.
Yeah.
Any thoughts that the Hulk would be the answer are squashed in less than 5 minutes. Quickly establishing that Thanos has no one single.
Oh man, I just remember saying that. It was right after Ragnarok, and Hulk's coming after him, and you're just like, oh yes, and then Thanos just he's gone, he's dead, or not dead. But wow, that shows how powerful Thanos is.
Cool. Oh, Heimdall.
Oh.
Heimdall. Yeah, it doesn't work with mononyms. Time to bond it up, I guess. Also, that was the exact moment we knew this was going to be a different kind of film.
Yeah. We'll never be a god.
Ooh, no response needed. Because what does it say about you if you can kill a god?
No resurrections this time.
And it was at this point that
And he kinda came back anyway, but kind of, not really.
my lifelong buddy Alex turned to me and expressed that it was probably good we didn't bring his 6-year-old as planned. But Thanos finally got to exact punishment on Loki after his failure in Avengers 1, and also let us know that said villain that kicked off the reason for the Avengers even existing is nothing compared to Thanos.
Yeah, sorry, I feel like it could have gone a little deeper, but what an opening. Immediately establishing Thanos as the villain that he is. And we've only seen him in cameos before now, and so they really had to do a good job building him up, making you see him as a formidable foe to last 2 movies, and they definitely accomplished that.
Composer Alan Silvestri's ethereal space score. I'm into it.
Me too, yeah. Who?
All right, so let's talk about our protagonist intro. Oh, you thought Thanos was the antagonist? No. He's the first character introduced by his underling, his face shrouded in darkness, teasing his reveal. Like a ragdoll, he picks up one of the strongest people we know in this universe and toys with the other strongest character in this universe just to see what he can do, ultimately knocking him unconscious. He murders a beloved character, has his quest set out before him, and is more or less the only thing anyone even talks about leading up to the title card. This is Thanos' movie.
Yes.
Hugging.
Yep.
The title card.
Yep, he's the main character of this one, actually, I would say that, because he definitely has the most character development, weirdly, but hey, this movie already has so many other characters that we already know and are already established at this point, so it makes sense to give Thanos more to do. Oh, sorry.
Card. This is Thanos' movie. Hugging. Ooh, have to love the building sound of the ship, creating an atmosphere of complete dread like it's part of the score throughout this masterful long take that really pulls you into Tony's perspective.
Cool.
There's your Spidey sense.
Yay!
You were all mad it wasn't mentioned in Homecoming, but you're all forgetting this scene from Civil War.
Oh God. I need you to cause.
Yeah, if I had any, well, I have a couple complaints about Homecoming, but that's definitely one of them. That his Spidey sense wasn't there, but at least the Russo brothers remembered it, and then Far From Home rectified that.
Distraction.
We're all gonna die.
Cool-headedness from the guy in the chair.
Oh, that's one of his last cameos before his death, man.
We can't all be Watcher informants, Stan the Man.
Hear me and rejoice. You are about to die at the hands of the children of Thanos.
It says a lot about Thanos that Ebony Maw, one of the most powerful villains we've ever seen in the MCU, is basically Thanos' hype man. It's like a game to him, the way he repeats the same speech and how he silences Thor earlier so he doesn't ruin the atmosphere.
Dude, you're embarrassing me in front of the wizards.
Oh, Tony. What would we do without you?
We would. Well, some people would argue we fell off after he went away, but let's not get into that right now. That's sick.
Yep. Bleeding edge armor. Now with no blood.
But look, he's come a long way since Iron Man 1, man. Just this suit is nanotech now. It looks fake, but I don't care because it looks sick too.
Tony, you okay? How we doing? Good, man?
Really good. Really good.
Teamwork. With just a slight glance from Strange, I might add. Clokey to the rescue.
Yay.
Stark, I'm being beamed up.
Don't pretend like Peter knows anything about Star Trek if he's just barely seen Empire. But as we've established, Star Trek is always a win.
It is, yeah. Ooh.
Wander invited to my wedding.
Saving the new buddy gets you some generosity.
Too high up, you're running out of air.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Oxygen lessons, altitude lessons,
Yep.
icing problem lessons,
Yeah.
Iron Spider.
Heck yeah!
I was just starting to get over Jarvis and start liking Friday. It does take a little bit of Tony's God mode offline though, which is needed.
Fair, yeah. I do know that James Gunn actually chose this song for this scene.
Yeah, you like that, don't you? Yeah, you know why this tone exists is something you recognize? Do ya?
Rehire James Gunn.
Don't care. Don't care.
This is during that time when they fired him. Man, this shows how old this video is. But they did rehire him, thankfully, for Guardians 3. But hey, at least firing him led to him leading DC. So there's a silver lining there.
Watch IDAP's video if you need convincing. Rehire James Gunn.
They did.
Don't care if it makes you look dumb. People will respect you for listening to your audience. Now that that's out of the way, yeah,
Guardians!
Gotta give the Russos credit for capturing the feel of the Guardians with a color palette change and obviously a little rubber band man. Yeah. Also, space. No coordinates, just space. So Guardians.
Yep.
Quick, no exposition storytelling. Gamora is softening up to Peter's ways even more than when we left her in Volume 2.
Yeah, it has been 4 years in the timeline since that movie, so that makes sense.
All right, Guardians, don't forget this might be dangerous. So
Let's put on our mean faces.
Groot, eye roll, and Mantis mean face.
How the hell is this dude still alive?
He is not a dude. You're a dude. This is a man.
While I don't disagree, I feel I should remind you that Peter also survived some time in space.
Oh, yeah, he did.
Pirate had a baby with an angel.
That's fair. I'm not 100% sure what Mantis is doing. Wait, is she being a praying mantis? Whatever, but each
think
Guardian
so.
conveys their personality with how they respond to Thor. Peter, Rocket, and Drax have weapons drawn, Gamora is ready to draw hers, and Groot is just playing his game.
Stabbed me in the eye, so I had to kill her. That's life. There was nothing.
Yep.
Round and round. And
A little now classic Ragnarok Thor.
You're imitating the God Man.
No, I'm not.
He just did it again.
This is my voice!
It's
Me too.
where we have to go is Nividalea.
That's a made-up word.
Always a made up.
Ha! Every time I hear that, it blows my mind for the first time again. So true. Love.
Aw.
Hey, just like in his picture.
Hold on, what?
Hey, just like in his picture.
I guess I could see that. Ah, heck yeah!
Oh, man.
Oh, I remember getting so hyped seeing this. Like, oh my gosh, it's Steve! It's like, we haven't seen you in a while.
Beautiful beard win and some beautiful hair. A beautiful nomad. Finally, some real teamwork in this team movie. And from the Rogue Avengers? OG plus
Yes.
Falcon.
Yep.
I want to kill you, but
We will.
You'll never get the chance again.
Well,
One way or another, the path that we're on leads to Thanos.
why did Gamora go with the team headed to nowhere knowing Thanos would be there? Well, because she knew he'd be there. He was going to get to her one way or another, and honestly, the alternative of Thanos using Quill to get to her was worse than just asking Quill to kill her. More
Okay.
love.
Hi, Drax.
That's 3 comedic wins for Mantis. Just in case you're keeping track, Pom Clementiev. Drax does get half of that last one, though.
Yeah, fair.
Must have pulled Tobias right out of the shower.
Magnificent. Magnificent.
8 seconds, steals the scene. More Benicio in 4, please.
Nope.
Ooh, what a manipulative trick. It's either a messed up way of revealing to Gamora that she does actually care for him in some way, or how I see it, more of a cathartic experience for her. The release she'd feel knowing he can't hurt her anymore. Still, it develops his character beyond murdering Madman. There's a deleted flashback scene that actually nails this point home, but you have to remember that Gamora, right or wrong, was on his side for a long time.
She
a
was,
bad guy.
yeah.
Before she could really reconcile what had actually happened to her, I'm sure she did grow to love the monster that raised her. Relationships, even oppressive, abusive, and sadistic ones, are complex. So, murdering Madman plus Stockholm Syndrome propagator.
Wow, that was a lot. Whoa.
Alright, so, yeah. Anyone with a functional brain knows Thanos is just messing with them. But
Yeah.
would he be sadistic enough to let Peter kill her just for the torture fun of it all? Maybe? When did Ross get Bizarro Jason Statham on his team? Oh, by golly, it's one of the writers, Stephen McFeely.
Oh, cool.
Just lost your best defender.
Man,
Nice.
get you right in the gut. Steve never stopped loving his buddy Tony,
Yeah.
and predominantly I'd say Tony is Earth's best defender.
Yeah.
Except for that time he almost got Pepper killed. Oh, and created that robot that tried to extinct the
Yeah,
world.
fair.
Brought a teenager to a superhero fight.
Yeah.
Created the Mandarin.
Yeah.
Or tried to kill Cap. Wait, what was this thing?
Yeah, Tony's the anchor being, right? Right? Really look like crap.
I'm sorry, have you seen Cap's hair and beard? And Nat's a blonde now. And
Yeah.
who are you to talk with that busted Oh, right, this is literally every person responsible. Too soon?
Oh, yeah, Vision's right there, because the one who paralyzed him, yeah.
This is awkward.
You can say that again, Sam.
I think you look great.
Compliments. Also flirting.
Was an Ant-Man and a Spider-Man?
Oscar Mantis now, too. Technically, there was a yellow jacket for a bit, but I mean, you're in love with a Black Widow.
That's true.
I know somewhere.
But who, Cap? The anticipation is killing me. How will we ever know? Turn that down. I want to know who. Oh. I like Black Panther music. I'm sure it's worse than this, but that looks like lidocaine feels when it's injected. I imagine Doc isn't feeling that numbing feeling after, though. Also,
Probably
for the
not,
record,
yeah.
The Russos acknowledged the Marathon Man is its safe inspiration of the scene, and it totally took the wind out of my joke.
Oh, okay.
Wow, you are seriously loyal piece of outerwear.
Loyalty.
Speaking of loyalty,
Loyalty.
what did you just say?
Just noticing that the cloak is mirroring Tony's movements.
Ever see this really old movie Aliens?
I mean, it's a little more Alien Resurrection than Aliens, but you guys actually did it a little more scientifically than Ripley.
I mean, almost all the Alien movies do that exact thing. The only ones that don't are Alien 3 and Prometheus, so...
If the blood melts the glass, the hole would just get bigger and bigger, right? Also, last time I checked, Ripley wasn't Spider-Man.
That's true, yeah.
Ebony Wilmaw having a rough day.
Oh, hold on.
Ebony, I checked, Ripley wasn't Spider-Man.
Yeah, that was a really quiet Wilhelm scream, but it's there.
Ebony Wilmaw having a rough day. Or should I call him Ebony Thaw? Or Ebony Raw? Shivery Maw?
Doctor Strange.
Oh, you're using your made-up names.
I'm Spider-Man then.
All names are made up, Peter. Okay, why is Strange's hair moving now?
Say, Doc, you wouldn't happen to be moving your hair, would you?
Not at the moment, no.
Strange's hair is the key. Solved it. That's it. We can all go home now. Thanks.
Okay.
I say we take the fight to him, Doctor.
Do you concur?
Man, is that a Catch Me If You Can reference? Deep cut if so.
Just kidding. Obviously, it's because they're both Sherlock.
Okay, and actually I remember hearing that they actually did consider throwing it up. No stuff, Sherlock, that kind of joke, because they are both Sherlock, but then they were like, that joke would have been too on the nose, which I guess fair enough, but I mean, it still would have been kind of cool, but I'm not that upset about it. You're an Avenger now. Finally!
Listen to that musical cue.
Your planet was on the brink of collapse. I'm the one who stopped that.
This scene does double duty of slowly helping us understand why Thanos thinks he needs to balance the universe, while also confirming that he himself is utterly deranged and unbalanced.
I was a child when you took me.
I saved you.
Not in a get this man some help sort of way, but a so completely narcissistic, egotistical, and deluded that he's actually convinced himself that kidnapping someone from a world where he killed half the population is saving them.
Yeah. Wow.
And another genius manipulation by Thanos, since Gamora already feels responsible for Nebula's robot parts, since they were a result of Nebula losing fights to Gamora.
That's fair, yeah.
The latest in a long line of bastards, and he'll be the latest to feel my vengeance fate.
Fate wills it so.
There's actually some truth in that, and you could argue, had he gone for the head, Either way, love this. Thor balancing the line between Ragnarok Thor and guy who has lost everything and everyone.
He gave you his eye.
Nah, he gave me 100 credits. I snuck into his room later that night, stole his eye.
Rocket doing what Rocket do.
Yes.
I tell you, it's a good thing this side quest didn't have a casino.
Is
Giant
that a Last Jedi reference? Okay.
Peter Dinklage is always a win. Well, it wouldn't be an Avengers movie if good guys didn't fight other good guys before they know they're on the same side.
That's fair,
Honestly,
yeah.
What this does well is show us that the Guardians can actually hold their own when needed against the Avengers' best.
Cool.
Do you want better?
Why is Gamora? Never gets old.
Let's do it. Don't call us plucky. We
I don't know what that means. Oh, plucky? Having or showing determined courage in the face of difficulties. Ah, okay.
Where is the Soul Stone?
You should do one better. Why is the Soul Stone?
Aha.
Favorite cameo in the MCU is so fun.
Oh yeah, Red Skull, because, yeah, he's here. Even though that's not Hugo Weaving, but, oh well.
Although I was disappointed it's not Hugo Weaving. Still.
Tears.
They're not for him.
Ooh. Learning that not only is he not going to fail, not only is he capable of love, and that he loves you, which would be confusing enough, realizing that even as much as he loves you, he cares more about balance or whatever. Gamora wears it on her face expertly. Love is in quotes because for the purposes of the movie, sure, whatever, the stone recognizes that Thanos thinks he loves her. But abusing your forcefully adopted children their entire lives is not love, no matter how much you admire their fighting style. And throwing someone off a cliff to serve your own purpose pretty much precludes the ability to love them, misguided or not.
Yeah.
It does say as much.
This isn't love.
And I think and hope that we all get that she's right.
Yeah.
So narratively, it's still a nice contrast to Cap's one life is too many.
One life cannot stand in the way of defeating him.
But it should. We don't trade lives, Vision.
Yeah, the fact that, yeah, he has that. We're not willing to sacrifice anybody, and Thanos is willing to sacrifice half the universe as well as his own daughter. Like, that's a huge contrast there.
But just so we're clear, this ain't love.
No, yeah, if anybody says that's love, that's no.
This ain't love.
No.
This ain't love.
No.
This ain't love.
Nope.
And dude, that's brutal.
Oh,
and
man.
awful. Also, Julia wanted to turn it off after this happened. So, mission accomplished, Russos.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Even I've rewatched this movie so many times, I still get sad seeing that.
That blending of the Avengers theme with a touch of Black Panther's theme. More BFF hugging.
Nice.
Didn't you just reprogram the synapses to work collectively?
Because
We didn't think of it?
To be fair, it was like 3 whole years ago. Hey, I just realized. Bucky and Falcon back together again. Even Thanos has got a gimmick now.
Ah, okay.
This man is shield.
You must not have heard him.
He said shield.
Buddy, you're in space. All you got is a rope and
Hi, I'm Thor. Have we met? I'm the god of hammers. I mean thunder.
Yeah.
You just ding.
Fair.
Also, Chris Hemsworth's workout routine. I just like to point out that when Thor mentioned his hammer was forged in a dying star, I always thought it was more symbolic. But nope, actual star.
Actual star, yep.
M'Baku. That's right. Sometimes characters get wins just for being on screen.
And for M'Baku, yes.
They surrender?
Not exactly.
Optimism. Sometimes I forget that they can run like that, and it never ceases to put a smile on my face. More importantly, I love that the two leaders lead by example and are not only on the front lines, but in front of the front lines.
It'll kill you.
only if I die.
Yes. That's what killing you means.
It's really clear. What was that about Chris Hemsworth's workout routine? I don't know. The logic of Thor being able to withstand a level of heat that's being used to melt indestructible metal that will be super duper magical and powerful after casting. But hey, he's a god. What do I know?
I'm pretty sure this actually does like almost kill him, because then the Stormbreaker has to like heal him.
Dude's committed to the cause.
That's true, yeah.
All right, that's awesome.
Nice.
A little ingenuity, a little
Good job,
sacrifice, and most importantly, Groot finally doing something other than being a punk teenager. Something that wasn't easy, something that matters, and ties us back into Empire one more time.
Yeah!
To the rescue! Epic Avengers theme casting in just as it seems all hope is lost. And that definitely looks like the Bifrost.
That
The
is,
colors,
yes.
The pattern symbol on the ground. That bodes well for the future. Eitri did say.
In theory, it could even summon the Bifrost.
You guys are so screwed now!
Ragnarok buddies.
Where's Korg? Oh.
He's fine. Oh, come on. No win for Bring Me Thanos.
Just a little more yet.
You're much more of a Thanos.
Perceptivity?
I take it the Mars dead.
Yeah, unless his last name is Skywalker. That is some slick teamwork. And let's talk about how awesome this amount of teamwork is and the fact that they clearly went with Star-Lord's plan since he really is the planner in the MCU. They all work together, utilizing each of their individual strengths, including comedic timing.
Insect. Boom.
To actually subdue and immobilize the Mad Titan. And the thing that is their undoing is unquestionably anti-teamwork.
Yeah.
It's maybe not an appropriate
Yeah.
reaction, but
Oh
it's
boy,
realistic.
Quill.
Logic, reason, the universe, that all gets pushed out when you deal with loss like this. And he's been through it these past few days.
That's
Committing
true,
to and
yeah.
then attempting to kill Gamora and then this. And it's not even the first time Peter's acted irrationally when he found something terrible like this out. And it sets up how perfectly each member of the pseudo-Avengers was to taking Thanos down. One weak link and it was all over.
Yeah, sorry. More about this too, with Quill snapping at him like this. So when I saw this, I was kind of like, you know, I'm fine with that. I think I buy Quill being like this, like finding out Gamora's. Well, he doesn't even know she's dead for certain, but the fact that that possibility is there, and they loved each other. Yeah, I don't blame him for acting angry. Years later, though, when Volume 3 was coming out, James Gunn actually spoke out and said he did not like this scene. Like, I guess he felt like Quill wouldn't do this. And I'm thinking about it, even in Guardians 3, I feel like Gunn might have, like, had a jab at this scene, too. Like, being all like, I don't think he would have done that. Or that was a dumb moment for him, which I'm hearing that and I'm thinking, oh, okay, so maybe it's not? I don't know, because maybe. I even now, I still don't mind it that much. I still get mad at him, but of course, you're supposed to get mad at him. But I don't know. I'm not as like. If Gunn says it's not, then it's not. But I don't care as much. So moving on.
Each member of the pseudo-Avengers was to taking Thanos down. One weak link and it was all over.
And he throws a freaking moon.
Cool villain. You know how I feel about Vader and Joker and Voldemort. But holy crap, Thanos just threw a moon at Iron Man.
Awesome.
Yes, sweet callback to Guardians of the Galaxy 1.
Your haircut? Notice you've copied my beard.
Friendship. That was apparently ad-lib.
Of course it was. I am Steve Rogers.
This is only Steve Rogers can pull off. I know I've been laughing a lot, but man, this is like the 7th or 8th time and it's delivered so perfectly and so in character.
She's on the field. Take it.
Ooh, solid deception and a good plan from the Black Goons. Remember when she said this?
Where's your other friend? You will pay for his life with yours.
I agreed with the theory that Hulk was maybe a little scared of Thanos, but I get that he's done fighting for Bruce, and what that does is give Bruce an arc to fight for himself.
That's true, yeah. Nice.
Resourcefulness.
That's really gross.
And yeah, for the record, she got ripped in half. Crazy that they throw that CGI in there, even though it happens too fast for anyone to see at full speed.
Wow.
It's just weirdos slowing stuff down to catch it.
That's crazy.
Muppets.
Sorry, I can't remember anybody's name.
And Spidey just saving everybody, all his new friends.
Good for you, Peter.
You'd think Strange would have learned not to send anyone into the mirror dimension after last time, but
fair.
Holy crap, did Thanos just punch through the mirror dimension?
Yeah.
Like, he just shattered it.
Yeah, that's worth a win, yeah.
Thanos' face. Like, what is it? Oh, it's just butterflies.
All that for a drop of blood.
This is what I was talking about, feeling uneasy about Thanos. He's just unrelenting. Nothing Tony does even slows him down. Leading to... Snap, that's brutal. Gotta give Iron Man props for holding his own as long as he did.
Man, I actually thought Tony was gonna die here for a second until nope, he's still alive for at least one more movie.
Yeah, my respects, Doc.
Sincerity. Genuine sincerity that makes me respect him even more.
I hope they remember you.
Coolest hiding place ever.
Did we just lose?
Yeah, we're as surprised as you. It's not like it's your fault or anything.
Right.
Okay, I quickly want to talk about how fantastic this finale is structured. 3 separate but equally pivotal and almost equally as exciting battles going on, and it's always kept so clear because of the starkly different color palettes. Yellow, orange, and bright light make up the battle on Titan. Forging the Hammer is blue-black with dark grays, and then Wakanda is green and has its own epic scale with massive wide shots.
Wow.
And then by the end, they all converge with both Thor and Thanos coming to Wakanda.
That's amazing.
Badass bad guy. And this score. Alan Silvestri. The slow quieting of anticipation and then a thunderous build. It's as if Thanos' mere entrance has an effect on the weather.
It's all right. You could never hurt me. I just feel you.
Yeah.
All Bettany killing me per usual. This epic showdown, the one we've all been waiting for, is mostly needed to bring
Literally,
the story out of
though.
me, primarily a quiet moment between two people who
This moment is more heartbreaking for me after WandaVision, man.
love each other, collectively doing the most painful things they can imagine to each other in order to save the universe. Even the most powerful being in the universe is still moved by Cap's uppercut, and he's able to hold open the gauntlet.
I love that was in the trailer.
Seconds. And then Wanda starts pulling double duty, literally holding back 5 out of 6 Infinity Stones, which makes sense since her powers came from the Mind Gem, all while the score sneakily turns triumphant.
Yep.
Now, there's no time at all.
Man, I felt so proud of myself because I actually saw that coming because Wanda's killing Vision, and I was thinking, wait a minute, Thanos has literally just got the Time Stone. Can't he just turn it back and revive Vision? Because I was thinking, like, can he just do that? And then he does. I was so proud of myself that day.
We knew it had to happen, we just saw him get the Time Stone. Doesn't make it any less heartbreaking.
Yeah!
Stabber!
Even though he should have gone for the head. You die for that.
Also, Chris Hemsworth is always a win.
You should have gone for the head.
Snap. And now we get to the...
Oh, man. Yeah, it's like, I knew it was coming, like, every time I rewatch it, and I still, like, man, it doesn't beat my first viewing. Just, again, mouth gaping open seeing this.
The flap was turning back time, the turn was the axe, the river is the snap. The silent ending, the subversion of expectation, the cliche dodge. An epic moment for tragic storytelling. It's heartbreaking, but somehow perfect and earned.
No.
Just plant Stormbreaker, he'll be fine. Rocket's response is still gut-wrenching.
Yeah.
The one snap victim that actually seems to welcome it, and why shouldn't she after all that?
I don't feel so good.
Oh man, I still remember, like, not you too, Spider-Man, not you. And then he goes like, what? Wow, he's still a kid.
And if you're wondering why it takes a little longer, some combination of Spidey sense to know it's coming and how strong Spider-Man actually is to hold off because he's scared.
Oh.
Which tears me apart, especially after this just happened like yesterday.
You're an Avenger now.
That look of excitement quickly squashed by the realization of what that actually means and the danger that they're about to encounter. Not to mention it coming from the closest thing he has to a father. And on the other side, Tony admitting his dream to Pepper about wanting children while in the back of his mind always feeling like he had a chance to be a father to Peter. To teach him, to love him, to protect him. This may feel like gratuitous emotional manipulation, but this is the culmination of Peter and Tony's story, where they both acknowledge each other's importance and the love they share even though they're both powerless to stop the inevitable. I just want to point out how insane it is that this trailer shot is post-snap.
Cool.
Oh, God.
Of course, Steve is going to fall back on the thing he knows and believes. Though it's not lost on me that Loki's decree lost a lot of its sting.
We'll never be.
He kind of was, yeah.
Farm after all.
Oh yeah. Man, sorry,
I guess Thanos is going to farm after all.
Man, this shot, like Thanos looking into the sunset, like what a perfect ending for his character, feeling satisfied. Like he really is the main character, because the main character a lot of the time in a movie tends to accomplish his goal, and Thanos actually does and is satisfied. That is amazing. And then it cuts to black. Oh man, I just like, wait, that's it? And then I had to wait We all had to wait a whole year for the next movie. That was the most pain. That was like, that whole year felt like an eternity having to wait for Endgame, man. Oh man, it's like Infinity War's ending was all I could think of for like the past year.
What? Julia the other night. She was mad. She was mad for a while, mostly about Gamora. So mad that it took me a few hours to get her to admit that this was a great movie. What I really loved about her response is that throughout the movie she kept saying things like, "This is dumb, he's unbeatable, it's not realistic that they can beat him." But obviously they are.
Obviously.
Fun isn't something one considers when knowing a movie's ending while watching it with one's wife. But this does put a smile on my face.
Yeah.
I don't care, it's 2018. The trailers are part of the movie-going experience now.
They are. I reference trailers a lot, so yeah.
But ending on our hero enjoying that sun rising on a grateful universe was 100% absolutely perfect.
Mm-hmm.
You probably noticed I used this title card for the intro.
I did, yeah.
Come on. Soul-crushing, just like this movie is. Well, integration censoring.
Yep. And she didn't play that huge of a part in the next movie, but oh well.
That's like the icing on a cake I didn't want, but hot dang do I love it. You know who I envy? Kids.
Yeah, it's a bit much.
I mean kids being born like right now. They're going to be able to watch the entirety of the MCU from beginning to end for the first time all right in a row. It'll take them months to get through it, but still,
right, yeah. Especially with all the TV shows that are canon now, because that's going to take them like maybe a year to go through it all, but yeah.
That said, I think one of this movie's biggest strengths is that you don't need to sit through dozens of hours of film if you just want to skip to the end. Obviously, I've seen them all, but I'm pretty confident you could easily follow along and enjoy yourself even if this was your first MCU movie. I don't know why you do that, but I'm sure it happens.
It's like maybe you wouldn't know like some of the characters, but yeah, I think you could.
They found a great balance between explaining the important pieces of the backstory while not retreading things we already know. None of the heroes get reintroduced, but each of their personalities comes through, mostly, and you still get a feel for what their part is in the larger story.
Okay, how much for the arm?
Oh, I'm gonna get that arm.
Speaking of those characters, let's get this out of the way. Spoilers, I guess, if you're not following the marketing around the MCU, but obviously any characters with scheduled sequels are probably not dead. That in itself doesn't really bother me. Characters die and come back in comics all the time.
Yeah, I was gonna say that too. Like, yeah, I guess we all knew they were gonna come back anyway, but me too. I wasn't really that bothered by it because, yeah, comic book movie, and I mean, it still stung. And now we know they were gone for 5 whole years. They lost 5 years of their life. Like, there were still consequences for them. They didn't die for good, but there were still consequences.
My only complaint right now is that there's nothing slated to take place between Avengers 3 and 4. I'm really hoping...
Yeah, that is fair, because like, we didn't get... that would be a minor complaint. We didn't get quite enough time really showing what it's been like with half the people gone. And then there's also not quite enough time spent, like, after they all come back, like, trying to reestablish everything. They kind of ignore it. Again, it's a missed opportunity, but I'm not that like worried about it.
Captain Marvel either jumps back and forth from the 90s or at least spends some time post-snap, beyond just the post-credit stinger.
It didn't.
There's a movie they haven't announced yet. Let us live in this forever changed world for just a little bit before you undo it. Maybe it's too difficult to pretend that half of all life in the universe is gone. I don't know. But heck, do smaller stories that lead up to Avengers 4 in meaningful ways.
That would have been
Doesn't
cool.
look like that's happening, so I'm sure we'll at least have the first half of Avengers 4.
Yeah, of that 3-hour movie, so yeah.
If not more, to live in Thanos' grateful universe, hopefully with a solid gap between films.
There is, yeah.
Beyond that, I have only the tiniest nitpicky complaints. If I had to stretch, sometimes the Wakanda battle gets a little chaotic and mind-numbing.
I guess so, yeah.
Villains, yes, the Black Order from the comics, who are never mentioned prior on screen, felt a tad out of place with the rest of the film. It's just a pretty serious movie.
That's fair.
Thanos is a serious dude. The movie also occasionally struggles to mix that serious, dark, deadly, world-ending tone with the general comedic feeling of the established MCU.
Yeah,
sure.
Heroes.
Like Kevin Bacon.
Kevin Bacon.
Maybe on the team, I don't know, I haven't been there in a while.
Either way, they ventured into new territory and still kept the upbeat, somewhat goofy tone of the Avengers we've come to enjoy. And that's it. Figurative gun to my head, a few character decisions annoyed me, and there were other tiny moments that felt a tad forced. Otherwise, I loved every second of this film.
Yeah, me
Russos,
too.
together with screenwriters Christopher Marcus and Stephen McFeely, gave us just enough of each character to feel satisfied but still want so much more. Captain America falls into so much more territory.
He did,
as
yeah.
Black Widow and a few others. But I believe there's a reason for it. I can't get into it too much without potentially spoiling stuff for those who just want to go along for the ride with these movies. I made a short companion video that talks about my theories and spoilers because I know you guys are curious what I think, and I'm curious what you guys think as well. Anyway, the combination of characters was flawless. They all played perfectly off each other. Groups are kept small enough that nothing ever gets too out of hand while still acknowledging who the key players are. I'm sure there were some people clamoring for more Wong or Mantis, but the majority got to see who they wanted. Even poor Heimdall got a moment to shine. Which reminds me, Idris Elba is still always a win.
Still, yes.
Something I really enjoyed is how crazy powered up Iron Man is with his nanosuit. If you thought he was invincible before,
Throw another meat at me, and I'm gonna lose it. That was one of those things where I was thinking, you've missed a win there, but no, he winned it here.
almost nothing he can't do anymore. He's basically Green Lantern.
Yeah, it kind of is, yeah.
Either way, I love it. I love the sonic guns and the magnetic boot clamps and the rocket fists and laser arm thingy. And anyone claiming Robert Downey Jr. phoned this performance in is wrong. I want to be mean, but I won't. That's just hater talk. He left it all in the field, every moment.
Do people actually say that? I never got that feeling that RDJ was ever phoning it in. Even though, yeah, I'm sure he appreciated all the money he got, but I don't think he was phoning it in at all.
He's a contender for, let's say, second MVP, but honestly, I couldn't make a decision between Downey, Evans, Hemsworth, Saldana, Olsen,
Saldana,
Bettany, Cumberbatch, Holland. Thor and Rocket had a great dynamic as well. They managed to make this quieter moment just as compelling as the action-filled ones. Hemsworth is a perfect example of blending serious with funny.
Yeah.
Yes, the total on Asgard. It was an elective.
Which, side note, the fact that Thor calls Groot Tree since he actually speaks the language and hears more than just I am Groot.
Oh, by the way, this is a friend of mine, Tree.
Oh, man. But it's the comedic and absurd. Everyone I know is dead, with genuine heartbreaking emotion. Everyone I know is dead, and I'm ready to fight. He guts me and then makes me laugh in the span of a few seconds.
Well, he's never fought me.
Yeah, he has.
He's
He fought me twice.
Well, if I'm wrong, then...
What do I lose?
And that's not to say they don't get one of the most epic moments in the movie.
Oh, there's a win for that, right? Yes, thank you.
My theater clapped, though if I'm being honest, I still prefer Thor's entrance on the bridge in Ragnarok.
Yeah, fair. That was awesome too.
But we've been with these characters for so long, I care about everything they say and feel. And as Thor, for an example, I saw every loss he endured throughout this series. So when he Jeremy jams Stormbreaker into Thanos' chest, I'm right there with him, just as irrationally yelling, "Yeah, make that punk suffer!"
Yeah, fair.
Let's talk about our MVP. Let's talk about how astounding his CGI is.
It's still really good.
Josh Brolin's mocap comes through in every grimace, every pained look. He's a villain that's not out to get our heroes. In fact, he barely cares about them at all. He's on a mission that has nothing to do with them. I love me some Killmonger and OG Loki, but Thanos. You don't hate him. I mean, you do hate him.
Yeah.
He's just doing what he thinks is right after watching his world come crashing down.
Right.
It doesn't really matter how
He's so delusional, the fact that he believes he's doing the right thing. Like, that's insane.
faulty or evil his plan is because he makes you believe it, or at least believe that he believes it. He's not just mad at the world, he wants balance.
As all things should be.
And while he has a history of brutally murdering people, he wants to create that balance as quickly and painlessly as possible. Because of the divisiveness of this movie, I feel I should add the disclaimer that while I called him the hero, it was said tongue-in-cheek because even though he's the protagonist, he's a very bad.
Yes, he's not a good
One of the things
person.
that makes him so terrifying yet somehow endearing is a moment like this of unrivaled confidence.
You have my respect, Stark.
He's so good and knows he's so good that he can take a timeout to praise an opponent. Not a typical thing for a supervillain to do.
That's
He's also
fair,
understanding
yeah.
and has empathy to a point. Intentions don't redeem his actions, but we understand his motivations as flawed as his logic is. The zero-sum philosophy shouldn't really even come into play for what appears to be a spacefaring civilization, but it's one real madmen have used before. A complaint I've heard is why did he wait so long and then get all the stones in a matter of days? Well, I think the answer is in the question. He had to know once he started collecting them, the longer he took, the more likely he'd be stopped. He didn't want to start until all of them were attainable, and finally knowing the Soul Stone was in reach was his cue to begin. Another question is...
Also to add to that, you also the fact that Odin was like super powerful, and once he was dead and once Asgard was gone, he was like, yeah, now's my time. He also wanted to avoid like Ego, a celestial. He wanted to avoid like super powerful beings, and once they were out of the way, he was like, all right, now's my time. So there's also that.
Why not double the universe's resources? And that's because he's not a messiah. I didn't take it like he was trying to save the world. He's trying to fix it so that people will learn their lesson and do better next time. I'm not going to get into whether he's right or wrong because he's just plain wrong.
Yeah.
It's a bad plan. That wouldn't work, and he'd have to snap his fingers every couple decades.
Yeah, that's a... Yeah. yeah, he's one of those villains where, yeah, that's not a good plan because he would have to keep doing that every now and then.
And yes, I've seen MatPat's video, it's cute, but he glosses over a lot of unknowable variables like economical and infrastructural collapse and other even more vital issues that I'm not going to get into here because I don't really care. It's Thanos' resolve that I find intriguing.
What did it cost?
Everything.
The most impressive thing accomplished was how evenly distributed screen time was with the breakneck pacing of the overall narrative. There are only the briefest of pauses, but the movie starts right away, to the point that Thanos starts with the Power Stone because there's not time to show how he got it from Xandar. You'd think in a 2.5-hour movie there would be some drag, but nope.
Nope.
And then the narrative itself. Like I said in the beginning, Thanos is the protagonist. He's the one with the goal that he accomplishes and the one with the biggest loss. I didn't know quite how intentional that was until I listened to the audio commentary, but yeah, it's his story. It becomes clear when you consider that multiple characters were asked to sacrifice something they love and either failed or hesitated too long, and Thanos is
the only one with the will to act on it.
But let's talk about why this story is so amazing and unique. It's not just that the bad guy won, though well done on that, full stop.
Yeah, it's like, it's so rare we see a bad guy win.
Everything in the movie leads to the Avengers overcoming Thanos. Thor's last-minute save with a weapon described as
the Thanos killing kind
was so well set up and then put on the back burner. And that's exactly how you structure a narrative where the good guys win at the last second. His return is set up perfectly to then still fail. And then they went for it, ending the movie with this universe at its lowest. The look on Cap's face says it all. They've been beaten here and there, but they've never lost on this scale. This movie isn't perfect, and it's not necessarily a masterpiece.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that either.
The Russo's best work? Yeah,
probably.
Best MCU film? Matter of preference, but maybe.
Maybe.
It won't leave you warm and fuzzy like most, but it is an achievement that's never been even attempted on this scale, and it really shouldn't have worked.
Right?
Every story weaves in and out of every other story, all tying back together and intertwining in logically sound ways. And permanently. Thor's hammer now forever has a Groot handle. They wrote a third-act movie that has a self-contained story with 3 acts of its own. I'm sure you've heard variations of this type of praise, so here's my addition to the conversation. In going through it scene by scene, I found myself stopping every few seconds during scenes to note what was happening. Like how Gamora says she hates the throne, so Thanos sits on the steps. Or just simply how you can go through and watch every time Thanos uses the gauntlet and realize the actions.
Sorry,
watch every time Thanos uses the gauntlet.
Oh, shoot, what's it called? The astral projection, yeah.
And realize the actions always correspond to a particular stone or multiple stones.
Nice.
It's very literally too much to list.
Wow.
But they did not mess around in this movie. So writing all that or just laughing and realizing 267 wins with just me laughing was probably not the best idea. Not to brag, but it's a laugh that's been called fake sounding by literally hundreds of people on here.
Oh, really?
Like in Footloose, the movie?
Exactly like Footloose.
Footloose.
Still the greatest movie in history?
It
Never was.
Please get lost, Squidward.
Squidward.
What exactly is it that they do?
Kick names.
Take ass.
I'm sorry, this is a weird laugh. My Patreon supporters that see my scripts can attest that they usually come in on somewhere between 100 and 300 rows on a spreadsheet, whereas this movie was well over 500. The point of all
actually over 600 in the end. Whoa.
That is how dense and meaningful and fun each sequence is. Each frame. Every character uses the best of their abilities or works together with another hero, generally one from a different franchise. That's why this movie is so loved. Wow. To the point that you guys actually pointed out stuff I left out, like the opening Marvel logo not having its typical triumphant score.
I love that.
Score during Gamora's death scene. Or this line.
How was she up there all this time?
And the Sherlock reference that I just couldn't see past Catch Me If You Can. And then the filmmakers crushed us and left us begging for more at the same time. I haven't been this satisfied by a villain's victory since, well, I guess I'd have to spoil other movies to say, so let's just say it's top 3.
Not fair.
I can't help but smile through the pain because they freaking did it. Beyond that, it's beautiful. Scratch that. It's absolutely stunning, especially Vormir.
That's true, yeah.
He turned another dimension into a black hole. He threw a moon and it didn't come off cheesy or unbelievable.
Somehow.
Most importantly, it's fun. Not everyone is going to feel the way I do, but it's a moment in film for a lot of reasons. Alright, I've been prattling enough. If you want to hear me prattle even more, I do have this theory, spoiler, further gushing video.
Further gushing?
I have more to say. Next week, know everything great about video, but I will be finishing that Lessons Animation Taught Us video.
Ah, okay. And you had to dust those. Wow, dude. Total win score, 303. Award, ice cream! It turns it into Infinity Genius. Yeah, because Infinity War, yeah.
So, stark raving hazelnuts.
Not bad.
Bit chalk. So, stark raving hazelnuts.
Not bad.
Bit chalk.
A hunk of burning fudge is our favorite.
That's a thing?
That's Infinity War. You know, it's funny he says that, where he says like there's so much like stuff he had, like 600 spreadsheets of stuff he had to point out, because even while watching this video there were still things in my head where I was thinking, wait, you forgot this thing, you forgot to win this, you forgot to win that. It's like, I feel like if I were doing this video it would be like maybe like 10 minutes longer, because I there's just so many things I love about this movie, so that's insane. But yeah, that's Infinity War. I want to say next is Endgame, but it's not. We have 2 more to go before that. So next is Ant-Man and the Wasp. So, oh well, we have to wait a little longer. Peace.